Hey there, it's Crafty Jennabug. Welcome to another video of me working in my February junk journal. I'm really excited. This is drawing closer to the end of the month. I mean, we're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. And I really feel like I'm ramping up as I go. I'm feeling more inspired as I go. And I'm pretty excited with the results that I'm getting. So I'm going to open this up and figure out a page to work on today. Let's see. I've got quite a few pages here in the beginning. You know what? I think I'm going to stop on this one. Maybe I'll just start working through as I go. This page, I know I want this to either to be a pocket or a tuck spot. I have one just like it on the other side. So maybe, there we go. It's toward the beginning. So, did I make something with it? Oh no, here it is. Okay. So, I think this one I might make a pocket. What is the other side? This heart page, which I really like as it is. So, let's make it a pocket. But first, I gotta decorate this because it's a little too plain for my tastes. I want to rip this to make a tuck spot. Why not? Let's do it. There we go. Now I've got a tuck spot and a scrap. I guess now I just got to figure out what to do to the background. I'm going to dig through my stencils and see what I come up with. Alright, I have this stencil. I'm not even sure where it came from. Oh, I kind of like. No. And I'm going to use these hearts all over this page. Just kind of randomly placed hearts all over. And I'm going to use the Kitsch Flamingo Distress Oxide and Candied Apple Distress Oxide. And we'll go from there. Those are going to have to dry. And in the meantime, I think it is time I made some random ephemera, because I have quite a few pockets left to fill. So I'm going to move this to the side while it dries and just make some ephemera. Alright, I've got one of these pieces of cardstock that I did the paint pour on, and I'm not in love with it, but I'm going to use it for ephemera. I'm just going to cut it roughly in half. Let's make it in half. All right, I've made 5 pieces of ephemera to go into this journal. My texture paste isn't quite dried yet, so I'm gonna let that finish drying, and I'm gonna let the glue on these dry, and I'll be back. All right, these have dried. I think this one is the one that's gonna go in here. I really like how big it is, how much space it takes up on the page. The texture paste is dry. This feels like it's missing something, but I can't quite figure out what. So I'm gonna move away from it and come back. This page, I don't want to do much to because there is so much going on here. I have this I cut out of a piece of scrapbook paper. I think I might set it here. Maybe with a little something something around it. All right, this is what I've settled on. I like it. It's a bit more simple, but it still has a little bit of collage-y feel. I think I want to add a bit of washi tape. All right, that I really like. I think I'll add one of these hearts right there. Very cute. These pages are done. This page, kind of feel like leaving. I could always journal on it. I like that page as it is. This one, I need to figure out something for. All right, for this page, I've got this little card and it says, "Aren't you lovely?" And I think I want to put it right here, but I also want to add some of this mesh ribbon here on the side as a page tab. And in that pocket, I'm going to put this big, beautiful tag that I made yesterday, or that I made earlier in the video. It's going to go in there like that. All right, now this is dried, so I really like it. I'm going to call that one done. This page is done. I like it is. Same, I like this plain. I can use it as journaling space. Here I've got this sheet. I printed it out. It's vintage music sheet. It came from the same place as this other one, as this one. And I'm just gonna glue it down here and add some washi tape. There we go. That's that. Some washi tape embellishments. This one says true and a little foam heart. This pocket, I'm going to apologize real quick. My washing machine is running and it is very loud. So I'm sorry if that sound comes through. This pocket, I really want this to go in. But I need to decorate. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of collage on there. Maybe this heart. Let's see what I can come up with. All right, this dried. I added a few like pearl halves. I really like it, it's cute. And then I want to stamp this here, and hopefully the whole thing takes. And I'm using this permanent archival ink in black soot. Fingers crossed. It just does not want to work. Got this page. I want to make a pocket out of this. I think for this page, I've got this tab I cut out of some dyed copy paper. I want to stick it here. All right, that page is done. Simple little pocket. Got this stuck in there, and a little heart, dimensional heart sticker there. This page. So I didn't film it, and I apologize, but it was a lot to figure out. Not really. I glued the sheet down here, and once it was dry, I started making, well, while it dried, I started making some paper flowers out of magazine clippings and scrapbook paper and dyed book pages. I glued those down. I added this quote by Alfred Lord Tennyson that says, "If I had a flower for every time I thought of you, I could walk in my garden forever." Now this was that sheet that I originally thought about making, this sheet I was originally thinking about making into just a pocket, but I decided to get a little bit more creative than that. I folded it like this, kind of in a banner shape, and I decided to make it a tuck spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue down this side. Oops, a little too far. Glue that down. Wipe that glue out of there. And then this one, I'm going to glue just here. Oops. So that I have a fun tuck spot right here. Alright, so I've got a few little pieces of ephemera in here, a little ticket, a little valentine, and a butterfly flower tag. They don't really want to stay, which bums me out, but say lovey. Then this, I think I want to put here. For this page, I am simply going to like finger paint some gold smudges. Alright, never thought I'd finger paint a page in my junk journal, but there it is. And then I have this this came off of one of those heart-shaped boxes you get for Valentine's Day. And I thought it would make a cool tuck spot. Oh, and I really like it against that, so let's do this here and here. And then something can go in there. I actually have the perfect thing in mind, but I can't show you because this paint is wet. So I'm going to let that dry. Let's get this here, just so I don't end up messing up my last page. This envelope needs a love note. There we go. I cut this out of a piece of scrapbooking paper. It says love. I'm going to leave it just as it is and stick it in here. It's a love note. And then I will pull off, or I will journal on the back. Gotta figure out how to decorate this. Alright, this page. I went ahead and trimmed the ends of the embroidery floss that I used to tie in the middle. And I think I want to glue these down. And then I have a smaller heart that I'm going to glue down just in the center, I think. So I ran glue all along that center crease. I'm just going to place it in like so. And that will also help keep, since I trimmed those strings, it'll help keep the keep that locked down. And so the hope is that they will flop a little. Okay, while that dries, I'm going to come to this page, and this I'm going to turn into a, did I make a pocket on the other side or tuck spot? It should have been. Oh, I made it a pocket this way. Okay. So I can turn that into a tuck spot. But before I do, I want to decorate this. How should I decorate it? Maybe I will just do a collage on it, and then this will look like part of the collage. So I'll get that figured out and I'll be back. So here's what I ended up doing. I've got some collage on the background. I pulled this piece over and made it a pocket up here. Let me see if I can find something to stick in there just to show you. Up here. I haven't made anything for it yet, but that's the next step. I've got a felt heart just like the one on the front, but I didn't emboss this one. Glued down here on the pocket, I've got some washi tape, and I found this little tag that said family in my stash, and decided to use a ribbon and a button to connect it to the paper. And I did a little stamping here. Over here I've got a piece of copy paper I dyed with some picked raspberry and abandoned coral distress sprays and water, and I did a little bit of stamping. That's some journal space. So now I've got to figure out something to put in here. That's too wide. So that's going to be my next step, is making something to go in this pocket. Alright, here's the tag I made to stick in this pocket. I used a little bit of the cardstock that I did the paint pour on. I stamped some hearts using this stamp. It didn't go so well, but I like it. And I took a little bit of that flower lace, or the heart lace from the front, and a red rhinestone, and it will just go right there. This page, I am tempted to make those a tuck spot. I want to put something on the heart, but I'm not sure what. Maybe some pretty filigree. I could emboss it. Alright, I've decided to freehand some like filigree to emboss. So here goes nothing. And that's embossed like a boss. I'm a dork. Forgot to hit record. I glued this envelope flap down here and made a pocket. I made this little Valentine journal card thing. I just glued down a vintage Valentine printout onto this piece of cardstock. And I distressed the edges with a mix of the candied apple and frayed burlap distress oxide inks. Took a little bit of lace and glued it down to go along this flap, and I made a magazine heart to glue there. Now this page, all right, I've got this very textured piece of cardstock that I really liked here to kind of balance out this black soot. The issue is it's very dark, so I think I am going to take the Hickory Smoke Distress Oxide ink and my dauber. Alright, I got a lot of glue to dry here. Up here I've got a bit of this pink decorative mesh. In between this scrapbook paper that I glued down to the paper beneath and the paper itself. So that's going to be interesting. A lot of pink. Maybe I should have glued a pink piece here. I don't know. I gotta let this stuff dry though. This lace is still wet. So I gotta let it dry. Alright, for this envelope, I've got this little cutie. It was a vintage Valentine I glued onto this piece of scrapbook paper. And she's just gonna go in there. Oh, I love it. I gotta figure out what to decorate on these two pages. I have this. I really want to use it. This is just a piece, this is like a washi tape sticker. Okay, I think that's gonna work for this. I've got a faux postage stamp, a piece of washi tape, and it just, I don't know, it kind of works for me. This page, all right, on this page, I'm gonna do some collaging with these vintage Valentines. All right, I think that page is gonna be complete. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. And then that leaves us with these pages. All right, my battery died and I was on a roll, so I kept working. And now I think these were the last two pages in this journal. I'm super stoked. Got this little tag that says "Be Mine," and this one from it was in the black and white thingy that's back here. It was one of the tags that were in here. And then this page says, "Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none." And that's quoted to William Shakespeare. And I think that's where I'm going to end this. I did a lot in this video. Well, I did a lot in the journal while I was filming this video, but not all of it made it to the camera. But not all of it was recorded, unfortunately. Like I said, the battery died. I kept moving. Yeah. So, I'm going to end this video here. And the next video will be the flip through. I'll go through and journal where I haven't journaled yet. And add any little like final touches, maybe some embossing here and there, stuff like that. So, stay tuned for the final flip through. I thank you ever so much for watching and taking this journey with me, and we'll catch you next time. Have a great day. Bye.